Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel to another episode of Darkfire Heroes. And in today's video we want to look at Josse, the damage dealer. In this hero spotlight we will talk about the base stats, his skills, how you should use him and which gear you should equip to him to make the best out of Josse. If you don't want to miss any news about Darkfire Heroes in the future, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for free to my channel. We are close to 200 subscribers. And that's insane. Thanks a lot for your amazing support, guys. That is really cool. So let's start with the thematic of today with Josse. Josse is a common damage dealer and he will be available for you as soon as you reach level 3. Then you have the chance to get him out of the chests. Josse is an elite archer from the Lane longbow school. His fury shot helps soften up enemies and deals extra damage to his target. He's from the fire element, and as I already mentioned, he is a damage dealer. And as he is really early available for you in the game, and a common card, which you can level up quite a lot at the beginning, he's one of the best heroes to choose at the start of the game. Right now, I got him on level 11, and with the power of 3900, but that will not be the most important point out of this video, as there will be a lot of players out there having it maxed out. A lot of players which don't have or do not have him on level 11. So let's talk about his base stats. He has 290 health points, got a defense of 140 and protection of 20. So he's definitely not a tank, not a high health pool, but he has quite a high defense, so he will be at least able to defend some physical attacks, even not that many. But protection is quite low. That with his low health pool makes him quite vulnerable for magical attacks. So if you want to defeat him at the castle, if he is in the opponent team, use a magic attack on him if the enemy or the opponent did not equip any protection items on him. His damage is 62, which is quite high, with the base 5% crit chance and the 100% crit damage. His attack type is physical damage and he has a range of 620 and an attack speed of 2.2 seconds. Just to give you an opinion about his damage, on rank 10 or level 10 he's doing 25.91 damage per second. So that's his basic damage output for the base attack, for the auto attack, not included with his ultimate attack. And that makes him to quite a good damage dealer. Just if you look at the raw numbers, he is on the position 20 of all the heroes with his damage per second output without any items, without any skills. So as we already talked about him, he has some good values at damage. 62 is really nice. Attack speed 2.2 could be a little bit faster, but he is still really good to use. But his real power comes from his hero power, Explosive Arrow. Shoot a fiery arrow at a single target, dealing damage to the target and explosive damage to the enemies around it. Target, single enemy, damage 60, type is really important, it's physical damage, and his radius is medium, and you will see him later on in action. He's causing quite a good damage. And one really important thing about his hero power is that it is scaling to the crit damage, so he can crit with his hero power. And that is an ability that do not have that many heroes. That's why he's really useful against smaller groups or against larger groups of small enemies, as he's causing a lot of damage in that area, especially when he crits. So right now we got a chance of 30% points for him to crit, and he's doing additional 480 damage. I applied this 480 damage because the base damage of the ultimate attack is only 60. Compared to other heroes, some other heroes or a lot of other heroes are doing much more damage with the ultimate, but as this one can get combined with the critical hits, it's a real nice one. So let us talk about his skills. He got, as every other hero, 4 skills, starting with the first one called Precision. Josse gains increased critical hit chance for 2, 4 over additional 6% points, that's the P or double P there, in behind the number. And that is really nice because we want to max out that stat to get the most out of the hero power. Coming to adjusted aim, When Josse kills an enemy with explosive shot, his auto attack damage is increased. Can trigger 3 times. And per rank it's 5, 10 or 15%. So on rank 3 you will gain additionally 45% if it is triggered 3 times. Coming to the third one, that's improved parry. Josse gains a bonus to defense. He already got a good base stat on defense, getting further 60, 120 or 180 defense on rank 3. That is quite nice, but should not be the focus on, as he's a damage dealer. The last one is Ignite. 5% chance to light enemy hit with special ability on fire, dealing damage to it over time. Trigger chance is 5, 10 or 20%, so that trigger chance is quite low. Even on rank 3, only 1 of 5 shots will trigger it. So this is not the best one to rank up as well, but we will come to that point later on when we look how to skill up him for each mode. So after we now saw his base stats, I think we should see him in action. Let's go to the race mode, where he is perfectly to use, and especially today when the fire heroes got boosted by some level. It's not that much to say about him, as he is a damage dealer, auto attacking all the enemies, and you should place his ultimate on the larger groups of enemies, not on a single target or on the tower. For sure he will just do his damage and has the chance to crit. The tower is not, but it makes more sense to put him in these smaller groups. And for this level, he's insane to use. That's the first time today I play this level. You will see in a few seconds how I'm using him here. So first on this group, we are putting the arrows right in front of them. I was on the false side, and there you could see already the crit, and the crit damage is insane. So as you could see, all the enemies, even they would have died without the ultimate, died there. No, they would have died without a critical hit on the ultimate. You see normal attack with the ultimate. He's insane nice against these group of heroes and causing a lot of damage. So now getting to the tower, our Otto already died. How did he even die against the level 14 tower? Let's place that Mykonid to make it safe, but it should be an easy win. And we will see his ability soon when our Otto, he's not be able to jumping in, so let's trigger them out. Now we can only trigger them out, the enemies, with the jump of Otto, but as he was dead, it's not good. And there you could see the damage against these Scarabeus, or little crabs, however you should call them, is not that high. And unfortunately that our Otto was not available to use there to jump into them. That's the perfect situation where I'm using Otto on when he's still alive. Jump in, all the enemies attacking Otto, and then you boom, attack with call and the ultimate power of Josse if needed, and they are all dead. So as you could see, especially against these skeletons, larger groups of enemies, swarms, however you will call them, it is really nice to use his special ability, and then boom, when he crits, most of the enemies are dead. If you think about even single target damage of 550, what he's doing right now, that is insane. When he crits with the ultimate, he's doing that in a area. So all enemies inside of that area will take that damage. After you now saw Josse in action, let's talk about his rating as well as his skill level up. So which skill should you level up when, and which skill should you max out the first? You can now see in this overview in the first column every mode in the game: campaign, race, castle, boss, levels and waves. Dungeon is quite comparable to campaign. After that, the tier, so his rating, S plus the best one, getting to S, A, B, C, D, E and F. And his overall rating is an S. While he has on campaign and race in S plus, he's especially useful at these two modes because of his ultimate power, or his hero power, where he can clear up certain waves of the enemies when they are there in a larger amount and not that strong. That's why you should max out for these two modes. The first skill, as we already talked about, we are maxing out his crit chance to do even further damage with his hero power. The second skill is leveled up as well, but not that important compared to the first one, as he's just giving you additional base damage when you're killing enemies with your ultimate power. The third and the fourth skill are not important at all to level up, at Josse. Even I have put there for the campaign the skill 3 and skill 4 by 1 level, but please be aware there are much better fire heroes to level up more skills. So Josse is quite a cheap one, as you don't need to level up all his skills, so you can save there some essences for other fire heroes. For castle boss and levels, he has quite a good rating as well, and for boss he is interesting, especially then when the enemy boss is summoning a lot of smaller ones. Then he clears them up quite fast and gains further damage to clear up the boss quite fast. But for these 3 modes I will not advise you to level up a single skill. Just from that perspective, it is not worth to level up Josse or a skill of Josse for one of these 3 modes, because there are much better heroes for the 3 modes out there. For waves he is quite good to use with this same skill up as for the campaign mode. And now, how should you efficiently, sorry for the bad word, efficiently skill up his skills? So I would suggest start with the first skill, max it out, as he is getting further crit chance, and you will much more often, or you will crit often with his ultimate ability, and give 1 point to the second one to get at least a slight boost as it stacks up. And when you did it in the beginning, you have the highest advantage of it, even the other ranks giving you a slightly higher boost. Now coming to the last point, and that's his gear. We look at him in game. You can see him now. Josse. We already equipped some gear at him. He has 3 attack slots, 1 defense slot and 1 magic slot, as he is a damage dealer. And we have maxed out the crit chance and the crit damage, plus 25% points and plus 480 crit damage. So when you started the game, which item should you use? There are some commons which are really nice to use, such as the bone necklace. I've used it as well, giving you an additional crit chance, and I filled all 3 slots with this item. Furthermore, there is the lucky dice, which I still have equipped on the magic slot, giving you some further critical chance. So that is really nice. Coming now to the rare ones, I still have applied to him the giant wolf fang, giving him plus 4% points for the crit chance. And especially the set critical strike is really nice to use at him, together with the sharpening oil, where he gets 4% points on max level as well. They get together plus 5% points for the critical chance, so that makes these 2 items plus the item set bonus will give you additional 4 plus 4 plus 5 at 13% points to the crit chance. And furthermore, giant wolf fang boosting critical damage, that's why I'm using it still. And with the epic items coming around the corner, oh, there's one more rare one I forgot nearly, for the lucky bone, the dice slot where we are using it right now. Unfortunately, I didn't get it until now. We can use here Idol of Luck, as we can level it up 1 further level and we will get 4% points. But the lucky charm, the other part of the set, we will not get that set here, but the Lux Brook will give you 2% points per level. That's really nice to use. At the epic items, we are using Phase Strength Crystal, not because of the percent in damage. We are using it because of the critical damage, 360, that is insane, and will boost his ultimate attack even more. And furthermore, Essence of the Night plus 12% points, self-explained why we're using this item. Furthermore, slowing the enemy on a critical hit, which is a nice combination as we want to critical hit the enemy. But this one is really nice. Seal of Pain. On critical hit, stunned for 3 seconds. So if you critical hit with your ultimate attack and there will be a hero surviving that, he will even be stunned for further 3 seconds. If you don't have the epic item on this slot, you can equip something with a flat boost for protection, as this is his lowest value, but it will not help him that much to escape from the free spells. So that's all about Josse. Hope you like this guide. If yes, don't forget to like the video, and still you can subscribe for free. And we will see us again in tomorrow's video about Darkfire Heroes.